Hello, my name is Jamie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Unlike any other YouTube channel that showcases Pokemon Go PvP content, mine exclusively showcases Shadow Pokemon. So, if you're into that type of content, I'd appreciate if you could like and subscribe.
So, let's get into today's video. In today's video, we are featuring a Spice Lord of the community, Claptoncaveman. He has appeared numerous times on Shrady's YouTube and he's always rocking some super spicy teams, but don't let that fool you. This player is absolutely phenomenal. He actually beat me a few seasons ago in GBL and he's a multi-time legend. Today he is using Firefang, Shadow Mawile in the lead, Shadow Skuntank on the save switch with Flamethrower, and the absolute star of the show, Shadow Banette. Yes, Shadow Banette. It might be fucking April, but this thing is here to bring the frights of Halloween in this Halloween cup. It is on Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, and Thunder. So it's got absolutely no bait moves, just nukes. So it is going to operate as a closer, and I cannot wait to see how it does. So without any further ado, let's get into the battles. And in game one, we lead Mawile into Caesar. The opponent immediately backs out. So that stupid motherfucker must be running double charm. So get wrecked you and moving swiftly on. Let's hope they all aren't as quick as that battle. And in game two, we lead Shadow Mawile into Drifblim. This is kind of neutral, but we immediately save switch into the Skunk. And the opponent is staying in. They're looking to debuff with an Icy Wind. The Skunk doesn't have to worry. Being Shadow, it does do quite a lot of damage, but not enough to KO. The opponent attempts to make a catch on the crunch on a zoom roll, but either way we're going to throw crunches as we don't have sludge bomb. The opponent lets the first one through and we get the defense drop. You fucking love to see it. Second crunch coming through. We get the zoom roll quite low. There is no chance they can bubble down. However, as we sneak a poison jab, we can actually shield up and farm down despite being debuffed, and that is exactly what Clapton is looking to do. So we win switch advantage. What is the opponent going to do now? The opponent is waiting out their switch timer. Let's see what they have in the back. In the back is a fucking Wormadam trash. Do you know about Flamethrower? Hi Wormadam, bye Wormadam. It gets absolutely wrecked. And now it's time for Shadow Banette to come in and do Shadow Banette things. These Shadow Claws are absolutely ripping through the Drifblim. And that is a good game. GG's and thanks for playing. You can see their winning switch advantage was absolutely everything. Even if they did shield up the Wormadam, it would have got absolutely wrecked by our Mawile. So moving on into the next one. We lead Shadow Mawile into Drapion and we get an absolute shit ton of lag. The game does catch up. It looks like we are still lagging. I'm unsure if we did manage to get all our fast moves back as there's a huge amount of desync. However, this is a pretty good matchup. We do resist all moves from the Drapion unless they are on Aqua Tail. You can see the Firefangs have got this thing super low. We now make a simultaneous swap and we've got Skunk into Nidoqueen. This is fairly neutral. Crunch and Flamethrower both hit for neutral. As we're both on Poison Jab, we make the Crunch one Poison Jab before the Nidoqueen gets to the Earth Power. I imagine they will go straight Earth Powers. We are down shields, so they do manage to take out our Skuntank. However, this Nidoqueen is fairly low. We're going to come in with the Mawile, ramp up our attack, and hopefully in 4 Firefangs we can farm down before they even make a Poison Fang, and that's exactly what Clapton looks to do. Back out comes the Drapion. And we are going to start firing off the power-up punch. This won't do too much damage. However, the subsequent Firefangs are now double boosted. The Drapion doesn't even make a move. What is in the back? In the back is a Frostlass, and it looks like Banette won't even reach the battlefield as Mawile is going on a fucking rampage. We are now triple boosted, and we absolutely wreck that Frostlass. So hi Frostlass, bye Frostlass, GG's, and thanks for playing. Banette gets a little rest after his impressive performance against that Drifblim. Moving on into the next battle, we lead our Shadow Mawile into Obstagoon. This is pretty dreadful for the entire team. However, seeing it in the lead could mean that Banette has got a strong chance of closing. The cross chop lands, Mawile's already down to around 40% health. We hit a power up punch which is double super effective. We almost take out the Obstagoon. However, they do survive and they dump their energy. So it looks like now we can come in and Poison Jab down and we're ahead in energy with the Skunk. Hopefully there isn't another Dark type in the back and they actually come in with a Wormadam trash. That is absolutely not a Skuntank counter as we do resist confusions and we can hit for huge damage with the Flamethrower. The opponent lets it go and in the back is a Drifblim. This is going to be an absolute fast move beatdown and the opponent loses with 2 shields. That's 2 for 2. Wormadam trash. If you're using that Pokemon, please respect the Skunk because if not, you're going to get fucking wrecked. Holy cow, that was a quick battle. Moving on into the next one. Let's see if this battle lasts a bit longer. We lead Mawile into a water gun Qwilfish. That's a pretty spicy move, and we actually see an Obstagoon come in on the switch. This is where you want to see the Goon, as we want our Banette to avoid it, and finally someone respects the flamethrower. So Obstagoon is going to have to throw a cross chop to take us out. We would survive a Night Slash. They do go cross chop, and they actually manage to take out our Skunk. We can now realign our Mawile onto the Goon, and hopefully Banette can close out. Again, cross chop is going to hurt. We sneak a Fire Fang. Let's see if Clapton is going to shield it up. He is not, so it looks like we are going for the 2-shielded Banette. We are going to fire off this power-up punch. This should be getting rid of the Obstagoon. We actually go for an undercharge, but as it's double super effective, it still KOs. Out comes the Qwilfish. These water guns are absolutely shredding. So it looks like we are going to probably lose this battle just with water gun damage. And we actually get acid sprayed. Holy cow, that is not ideal. Frostlass comes in. If we wasn't debuffed, we could potentially Shadow Claw all the way down. But now these Powder Stones are absolutely shredding. The opponent allows the Frostlass to go down, and we are going to get water gun down as they are resisting Fire Fangs. So the opponent wins that battle. Really spicy moveset with the water gun and acid spray combo. But let's see if we can recover in set number 2. So we see a Mandibuzz in the lead. Unless they're on Shadow Ball, Mawile will resist absolutely everything. Let's see what moveset they're on. They throw a Foul Play. Despite Mawile being super squishy, it doesn't do too much. They actually come in with a Galarian Slowbro. Another really fun pick. But we now respond with the Skunk. We aren't shielding this move up. They go for a Sludge Bomb. That does quite a lot of damage despite us resisting that move. We are now going to fire back with a Crunch. This will hit for super effective, and it takes out the Slowbro. So we managed to maintain switch, and the opponent is coming back in with the Mandy. Skuntank isn't done. We are going to fire off a Flamethrower. That near one-shots the really bulky Mandibuzz. The opponent is now going to dump their energy. Hopefully, seeing the Mandy here, Banette can clutch out with 2 shields, whatever is in the back. We come in with the Mawile. We fire off the power-up punch to ramp up our Fire Fangs. It doesn't quite KO, but we do manage to Fire Fang down. And what is in the back? In the back is a Galvantula. Holy crap, this spider is about to get cooked. Power-up punch coming through. The opponent shields it up, desperately trying to get rid of our Mawile, and we simultaneously KO. Mawile, you absolute fucking monster. GG's, and thanks for playing. So despite us trying to feature Banette here, Mawile is once again stealing the show. Moving on into the next one, we're seeing Umbreon in the lead. Once again, a really good matchup for Mawile. So you can see Mawile is a great protector for Banette, as everything Banette doesn't want to see, Mawile does resist. They go for a last resort. Even though Mawile is super squishy, we're still in the green, and we are going for the Hail Mary of Play Rough. Does the opponent respect the Play Rough? No, they do not. It near one-shots, and here comes Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen is going to fire off a Poison Fang. It is single resisted due to our Steel and Fairy typing. We do survive on 1 HP and a Dream, and we come in with the Skunk. We get to the Crunch before they make the Earth Power. Does the opponent want to shield up this Nidoqueen? Yes, they do. Are they going to take us out with an Earth Power? Let's see if Clapton is going to shield up his Skunk. We choose to let it go down, and it's actually on Stone Edge. So this does mean the Nidoqueen is dry on energy. This will just be a Poison Fang. We do resist it, but I imagine it would do huge damage. So we choose to shield it up and commit to the Shadow Claw down. Banette is now loaded. What is in the back? In comes Toxicroak. Once again, we do resist counter. This Shadow Ball would absolutely one-shot it. The opponent is going to have to shield it up, and now we are going to have to be really careful of the catch. Instead, we attempt to make a catch. We come in with the Banette. This Shadow Ball will be taking out the Toxicroak, and we should be able to Shadow Claw down the 1 HP Umbreon, and that is a good game. Shadow Banette clutching that up in style. Really heads-up play from Clapton there. He reset his debuff, which did mean that we didn't get resisted countered down. We actually see a Mawile mirror in this next battle, and once again we see a Nidoqueen safe switch. So as we are ahead in energy, we overfarm by 1 more, and we fire off a Crunch. The Nidoqueen allows it to go down. Let's see if this opponent is going to go straight Earth Power. Everyone else has gone straight Earth Power, and this opponent does the same, and once again we allow our Skunk to go down. So it looks like the Skunk is being used as somewhat of a damage sponge on this team, as both Mawile and Banette are absolute glass cannons. They do need shields. The opponent fires off a Poison Fang. There's no need to shield that up. We farm down with Mawile, and we're spamming out Banette. In the back is a Nidoking. So they're running a King and Queen combo. We are resisting the poison jabs from Nidoking. We're going straight for the Shadow Ball. The opponent lets it go down, hoping that Mawile can clutch out this game. They are throwing a power-up punch. This Probably won't KO, but we won't make the Shadow Ball. But either way, that extra Shadow Claw has got them super low. And now we've got a healthy Mawile with a boosted Fire Fang. And we should be able to Fire Fang down the opponent due to health advantage. And that is exactly what we do. And once again, Mawile clutches up this game. My top tip for any people watching this, if you see a triple shadow team, start shielding, because if not, you're going to lose with 2 shields like we've seen numerous times in this video. Getting into the next battle, we see a Golbat in the lead, and Clapton makes an absolute fantastic swap on the Shadow Ball onto Skunk. It is resisted, and holy crap, it does almost half our HP. In comes Nidoqueen. We've seen this matchup before, so we will reach the crunch before they can take us out with an Earth Power, and we actually draw a shield and get a defense drop. It looks like the opponent is going for the aggressive poison jab down, and now we make yet another crunch. The opponent is in a bit of a tricky spot, and they actually choose to double shield. So we've got 2 shield advantage. However, this loaded Nidoqueen will be a real problem for our team. We come in with the Banette, we sneak a Shadow Claw through. We are going to shield up the potential Earth Power, and it is the Earth Power. This could potentially be another Earth Power, as it was absolutely loaded. They do go for back-to-back Earth Powers. Now we should be able to Shadow Claw down. Holy crap, Banette is loaded. What is going to get nuked? In comes Golbat. Shadow Ball will be taken out of the Golbat. Can we nuke whatever's in the back? We are in the yellow. Show me something we can nuke. It is a Drapion. We are going to reach a Thunder. Thunder will do huge damage to this Drapion. Holy crap, it actually one-shots. And I absolutely wasn't expecting that. Fucking hell. Even despite not having stab, that Thunder was lethal. And you can see Clapton did go 5-0 in that set. Moving on into the next battle. We see Shadow Mawile into Drapion. This is pretty good for us. Unless they're on Aqua Tail. Let's see what the opponent throws. They do hit us with a crunch and they get the defense drop. You fucking hate to see it. This now means we are going to have to shield up this next move. And the opponent was actually on Aqua Tail the entire time. We now switch out into the Skunk to soak up some energy. Even an Aqua Tail isn't that threatening, but the opponent goes for yet another crunch, fishing for the defense drop. They do not get it. We are going to have to fire off a crunch to get rid of this Drapion. Crunch will be more than enough to take him out despite being resisted. Let's see what the opponent comes in with. They come in with an Umbreon. This is not the best matchup, especially at so much of a health disadvantage, especially if they are on last resort. Flamethrower with non-stab does get the Umbreon into the yellow with the subsequent poison jabs. This last resort will take us out, but the opponent actually is on foul play, so it must mean their secondary move is psychic. They are going to have to throw yet more energy to take us out. So foul play does take us out, and we are in a really tricky spot. Power Up Punch does hit for super effective, but it is a garbage move. It does hardly anything to Umbreon, and in the back is a Azumarill. I imagine this is going to be a good game. Let's see if Clapton can manage to play his way out of this one. Play rough, does draw a shield from the Azumarill, and here comes Banette. Banette is not going to appreciate any move from the Azumarill. We do shield up a Hydro Pump. I think if you're the opponent, you want to throw whatever your cheaper charge move is, as absolutely anything will probably one-shot our Banette. We are going to fire off a Shadow Ball. They let it go down. It looks like Umbreon will be in a prime position to clutch up this game. We're looking to get to the Shadow Ball before they reach the foul play, and unfortunately, they just get there before. Foul play takes us out. We are going to have to Fire Fang down. Can we make it? Unfortunately, on 1 HP and a dream, Umbreon is going to clutch out this game. GG's to that opponent. Moving on into the next one. We see Shadow Mawile into Qwilfish. Yet again, not a great matchup. However, this one is on Poison Sting, not Water Gun like we saw previously. The opponent is staying in. Ice Beam or Aqua Tail would hit for neutral, and it is super attack weighted. However, they now switch out into a Zweilous. We are going to bait the Sludge Bomb. The opponent doesn't respect it. We get to yet another crunch. Even resisted. This should be taking out the Zweilous unless they want to shield it up. So we actually managed to win switch advantage. Back out comes Qwilfish. Let's see if we're going to come in with the Banette. Both our remaining Pokemon don't have the best matchup here, as Qwilfish is so spammy. However, we do get a sneak in. We are going to have to shield this up. Hopefully it isn't an Acid Spray. It is an Aqua Tail. These Shadow Claws are absolutely shredding through the Qwilfish. We get yet another sneak. So we are going to have to farm down if the opponent doesn't switch out. They do not switch out. Banette is loaded. And in the back is a Dragalge. Can Clapton clutch this one out? We are going to fire off this Shadow Ball. Unfortunately, we don't have a bait move, so both our moves are super expensive. However, The Mawile does have a really good matchup against the Dragalge, and we've got loaded energy on the Banette. Aqua Tail doesn't do too much as it isn't the best move and it doesn't get stabbed. Once again, we are going to survive this. I imagine Clapton is going to build up to the play rough. If we draw the opponent's last shield, we will come in, win CMP with Banette and clutch up this game. Does the opponent respect the play rough? They called the bait as that was their only win con, and we clutch up that game in style. So I'd like to say a huge thank you to Clapton for the submission. I actually think the battles were slightly out of order as the 5-0 should have been the second last battle. However, it was third last, but either way, really great showcase. Huge thank you to showcasing Shadow Banette. It's the first time I've seen anyone run it in Halloween Cup, and my god, that thing can close. If you like your battles featured on the channel, the link to the submission form is in the description down below, and I'd just like to say thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.